Look, 12 points out of 12. Premier League can rest for a few days. Another big competition looms tomorrow. Ben, we make our debut on this Atletico Madrid. We've got a bit of payback with Atletico Madrid. I believe it was one of the most... I think I've never been angry with a human being as I was with Adrian that night against Atletico. When they done a job on us when we were magnificent in that game. People forget how good we were. We were scintillating in that game, but just couldn't score one of our chances, and they done us on the counter. We were the best team in Europe by far that year. We won the league. We would have won the double. Oh, that hurt. Anyway, I don't want to go back to it, but we got a bit of payback. Atletico aren't the same, and obviously we got a bit of change. Anticipating a fiery encounter. Looking forward to it. Champions League back.
I would have thought it'd be a very difficult night if they had the likes of Julian Alvarez and who's the kid in midfield? I can't remember.
Barrios.
Cardoso or something. Is
Johnny Cardoso. Yeah.
So I think he's gonna change what his plan originally was. I think he's coming to Anfield to not lose. To be honest, that'll be his game plan. But I think there's just going to be too much hype at Anfield tomorrow. You know, there's the excitement of us being under the lights, first game Champions League. Keeps going to get excited when I tell him that Alexander Isak's going to be putting the red shirts on. You know, and do you know what? It's little things like just him being subbed on. Imagine the noise at Anfield. That's going to get a reaction out of it. Do you know what I mean? But he's a very, very good coach, isn't he? How many years has he been there? I can't think. He's fucking
Who's the man for that?
2011 he joined.
Do you know what I mean? It's
in this day and age, that's madness.
He's like a new Mourinho type, isn't he? You know, if anyone's going to go to Anfield and hold us to ransom and not get goals, at least Grace at that, isn't he? And you know, he'll be causing shit in the main stands. You know what I mean? Yapping and all that stuff. And he is a top coach. I thought one day he would have been in the Premier League. I thought he'd be right up Chelsea street. To be honest.
Yeah.
I thought he was the perfect one for them. He'd have been great for them as well, to be honest. He'd have won stuff there. But he's... Did
you see what he said about Slot today in the...
Someone commented on Twitter. He spoke well, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, did you see what he was saying about Slot, apparently, what he said to him in 2023?
No, go on.
Apparently, when they played Bayern,
he had a little fallout, didn't he?
This whole... apparently it was going around. I don't think it's true that apparently fucking Slot said to him, next time we play it won't be pretty, and everyone fucking thought it was true. Like there was a massive kick-off about it. I was like, fucking get a grip.
Now he's one of those coaches that if he's coaching your team, you absolutely love him to bits. But as an opposition rival, he gets on your tits and you really, you think, oh, I want to slap him. Because he's very irritating, he's very in your face, but that's what you want. People want to go. Like some of the players Atletico have done wonders with in the past is mad. Like they've got the likes of player Gallagher's gone over there and done a job. Do you know what I mean? He's got
he's been great actually, Chris.
I know, that's what I mean. He's got players running through brick walls for him. He's very much man motivator, like a Fergie, like a Klopp almost actually. You know, he's that manager in terms of I don't know about his tactics. I haven't studied enough to know about his tactical game, but you've got to have tactical acumen to stay at that level for that many years. But I think he's a magnificent manager. What are you planning on lineup-wise if we think about tomorrow, guys? Mo, I'll come to you first. Considering we've got the Merseyside derby early Saturday, right? How are we doing this? How are we approaching this?
Tough one, I reckon. Obviously, Ali in goals. I think everyone agrees with that, yeah? I think he's going to stick with Ali. I don't think he's going to...
Would you not put the Mamardashvili in? Because Alisson, 3 games a week, isn't a good thing, is it, early on? He's picked up injuries last year, didn't he?
That's a great point. That's such a great point. Alisson picks up hella injuries.
Just throw it back on.
But I just generally think Mamardashvili is going to get the Southampton game. So that probably where we see
filet mignon or beef jerky, fucking
No, but I think Alisson in goals. I think the biggest contention is Robert. I thought Robert played really well when he came. I think Robbo earns
100%.
himself a start, maybe, shall I say, against Atletico, because we might need some experience on a Champions League night. Because yes, they're not the same Atletico as before, but they're still a wily old team under Simone. Like, I mean,
Well, are you not worried about, like, sorry, just really quick on that, because, like, if we start Robbo against Atletico, it's very unlikely he's going to play against Everton, and I'm a little bit worried about Kerkez in that match, only because the past 2 derbies against Everton have been aggressive, like, they've been very tenacious and very up for it, and I think Kerkez loses his head a bit when he gets in those situations, and I think it maybe in that derby you might need Robbo to sort of calm it down a bit.
Robbo 60 minutes and bring Kerkez on then, just manage his minutes, maybe. I'm just throwing it out there to counteract that point. But yeah, the other contentious thing, I don't think it's I don't think Dom's going to start right back this game. I don't think so. I think it'll be, well, even Bradley had a good game, man, Frimpong when they came on. So toss a coin.
There's a bit of a dilemma there, guys. This is what I'm saying. It's not an easy. I'm interested to get everyone's thoughts, but let's go with the back 4 first. Let's go step by step. I think you're right. I think there's a decision to be made in terms of the fullback area. I thought Bradley was superb.
Yeah.
I thought Frimpong was superb, and I thought Szoboszlai was superb. Surely, is it Bradley? Surely, guys. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, I think maybe Bradley edges it.
Yeah, he needs the game time as well.
Yeah, we would agree there.
He'd be good in the derby with the lack of pace down Everton's left side. No,
yeah.
He looks like he's running through toffee, even though he's been really good. You know what I mean?
So what are we doing at left back then?
I agree. I think Kerkez. I agree with Lou on that one. I think Kerkez playing in this match. I think ultimately Roberts. You're right. I think maybe Slot has already picked up on the fact that he needs to adjust him based on the emotion of the game at the moment. Because Kerkez likes to go to the ground. He likes to really go for it. He lets himself go as all in, and it picks up bookings. It picks up yellow cards. That early yellow card, he's going to get one against Everton, and then all of a sudden you know what I mean. Yeah. They're pinging that ball over to his side, and they're just kind of layering it. So I'll take Lou on that one. I think McAllister starts on the bench.
Yeah,
that'll be my call. I think it should be Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, and Wirtz.
Yeah.
I get that one. Yeah, and so that's the midfield I'll go for.
McAllister's going to want to play against Atletico, man, in the Champions League. Though I know I hear you, and I agree with you.
Yeah.
But it's a tough call. So you're bringing back McAllister for the Merseyside derby. Because don't forget, we have to think of the selection 3 days later, and the height and the physicality of Everton. It's not the same as Atletico. Atletico haven't got that. Atletico aren't a bigger team than Everton, for example. Maybe McAllister's more suited to Atletico guys than Everton. I'm just throwing it out.
Nah, McAllister's been sick against Everton, man. Last season, that goal he scored with the header, with the last deep run into the box. And you know what? In the derbies, McAllister's been really good. He's always involved. Every single nasty freeze frame of a tackle that happens against Everton Liverpool since McAllister's joined the club is usually McAllister's been involved in that. So I'd argue the other way. I think actually you want McAllister for a game like this because it's going to be more direct, more physical. He gets his foot in, and he's also the one that seems to pick the right runs to get the runs in the box, and that is the skill that McAllister he pulls off in big games.
Mac's a line breaker as well. So when Everton come, Mac's going to find that pass between the lines to Wirtz, and that's why I think he's important.
I can't see much space in the Everton game to hit lines and Wirtz. That's just my opinion. I think they're going to absolutely crowd that area. It's going to have to be a different strategy for Everton as compared to Burnley, and from what we've seen against Burnley, and Bournemouth, whatever. I think Everton are going to literally take that copy of what Burnley done and do it on a nasty, even doggier level. But Wirtz is starting, right, Lou? Is there any contention? Is there any opinion to say give him a bit of a timeout? And I don't know.
No, do you know there's some players who like be shine in the Champions League more than do the league. I think Wirtz is going to absolutely have his way with Champions League this season. I think because he's not going to be playing against that sort of... He struggled in the Premier League against the sort of physicality of it and, the lack of time you got. I think when he's got a bit more time on the ball, he's got a lot more space to work with against these teams to open up a bit more expansive. I think Wirtz is going to shine in the Champions League this season, so I can't see him at all being dropped for this match. I think maybe against Everton he'll come off a bit earlier because, like you said, there's probably not going to be a lot of space to work with. Maybe he'll need a bit of a rest after that.
So you're starting in both. You're starting in both games.
Yeah, I think you've got to. I think you have to. Like, just to drop him now, he's not as bad.
I don't think we have to, guys. I'm going to argue with you, lot. I don't think we have to. I don't think we're Liverpool Football Club. There's no one that's bigger than Liverpool Football Club. I don't think we have to do anything.
But who are you playing in front of him?
I think there's going to come a point. He's a young lad. He's coming to the Premier League. I think we have to be clever and wise and smart with him. I'm not about this life about, oh no, he's Florian Wirtz. He's cost 160 million.
No, I'm not saying that. I think what he can add in that Everton game is Everton are going to make it a physical match. They're going to try and bully us off the ball. I think the pressing that Wirtz has been doing in the first few matches has been brilliant. He's so good at not giving anyone time. And I think having that against this Everton team, who are going to try and bully us, who are going to try and outpress us, having him and Szoboszlai maybe in midfield, McAllister rested, in my opinion, and Gravenberch there, I think we can just run them off the park. I think that we can just completely outpress them, and that'll be what Wirtz is good at against Everton. And then he comes off as the match goes on.
Ben, are you changing? Have you got any wild selection that you think might be thrown into the mix? Because, guys, surely we're not going to play the same team 3 days in a week.
No.
So where's the changes then?
Oh,
I'd consider that kid playing left wing. To money. I really would have a go with it because you know what? We talked. I think Mo's probably been in. To be honest, Mo looks emotional still to me. Just want to mention that. But I also think Cody Gakpo's been a shit as well. Look, we just mentioned Wirtz, for instance.
He's wound me up. He wound me up last game.
Yeah, he did the same to me. I think with what Lou's just saying there with regards to Wirtz, I'd play him the 3 games, and the reason being is all of them teams have got a similar motive. They don't want to get out the box really against Liverpool. Yeah. Liverpool will just pull them to pieces. And I think with Wirtz staying in there, come the Everton game, he'll be a fucking expert in low blocks, won't he? Do you know what I mean? But I just think there's an opportunity to, with the likes of Gakpo. Gakpo's an open play player, isn't he? He needs the space. If you're playing against him in low blocks, I think you're made up because, one, he's not going to really want the big battle, I don't think, with Atletico. And I think that kid could bring Anfield fucking off the feet. And I think we need a little bit of that. If he's having a go at them, they're not going to be having a clue about him. And what better would be to bring 2 forwards into the game to get a run out, Gakpo and Isak. That could be a little change. Probably won't happen. Chiesa could even get a game tomorrow. You just don't know.
Chiesa, European stage is made for Chiesa.
I reckon Isak will get minutes tomorrow, guys.
Chiesa's not eligible.
Chiesa's not in the squad.
Just move me forward.
It's because of Rio, by the way. That's how ironic that is.
Sorry.
And he's away there, lads. But look, if he's not there, then why couldn't the kid get more minutes than he has been doing? I think he's earned it. That goal that Newcastle has given him fire. Do you know what I mean? Let's be honest. And I wouldn't be against it because, to be honest, from what I've seen, he's fucking good enough. He really is good enough. And why not? I see Liverpool winning, and that'd be a good option for me personally. So
that's Ben's hot wild take that he'd start Rio. Mo, what's yours? Because you couldn't help yourself. We knew you were going. we were going towards Isak, but you thought, I can't help myself like Keith. You thought, let me mention Isak. Obviously, the question or what everybody wants to know is, will he make an appearance? How much of an appearance? Now, Slot, according to Slot, he'll definitely make an appearance. I don't think he'll start myself, but you just never know. Is it beneficial for him to start and come off early or get about 20 minutes? Which way round you going about this?
First off, my apologies. I went a bit early on the Isak.
Yeah, I know. Typical you.
My bad. It's because I'm going to be there. I'm going to see Isak's debut.
Sorry. Yeah, you want to know? Yeah, shall I get my exactly.
So, I think he won't start. I think he'll come on last 20. Hopefully, we're not chasing the game. Hopefully, we don't need him to come on. And there could be an argument, where he does start, but I just can't see it. I think we'll go with Ekitike, and then after 70, 75 minutes, maybe chuck his sack on and hopefully get a goal. And I'll
Think
be
of the noise of Anfield seeing him.
Oh, it's going to be amazing. I'm in the cop tomorrow as well. It's going to erupt.
Better.
So I can't wait. There's going to be So I for my personal gain and my selfishness, I hope we get to see Isak tomorrow, and I hope he bangs one in the cop end as well. Like, that'll be amazing for me. But yeah, I think last 20 minutes we get to see it.
Is there any selection that you think that you do that's not what in everyone's minds and thoughts?
Nothing that.
Like you said, you've gone for Rio, so that's your hot wild take. But Ben, Mo, what's yours? Is there anything, or no? You're going to be tried and tested in every position.
I personally wouldn't do it, but there's an argument or a hot take, as you can say, is against Atletico Madrid because they're going to play a low block anyway. Is people are not going to like this at all. but Wirtz as a 9, Ekitike on the left, just to freshen up a bit instead of Gakpo's predictability of cutting inside against a low block team. So put Ekitike on the left so he stretches a bit, Wirtz as a 9, and bring Dom in that central. Just throwing it out there. It's not the worst idea in the world.
It's not. Especially if the idea is that long-term Ekitike is going to be playing a lot more on the left.
Well, I wanted to ask, okay, so I don't think we're ever going to see Wirtz as a false 9.
I don't think
in my opinion. I don't. Not that we've got Isak and Ekitike now. That's just my thought. But to counter that, Keith, why are we not mentioning, or no one's mentioning Wirtz on the left? Like, we shy away from it. We mention it, but we don't want to develop the conversation a bit more. Because in some games, Wirtz might have more space and more time on the left as opposed to in the middle where everything's crowded. It's like a jungle in there. Whereas on the left, he could do a bit of Coutinho stuff. You know, Coutinho stuff. Remember Coutinho stuff? I think Wirtz can do a bit of Coutinho stuff from the left. I don't know, again, how you fit Isak and Ekitike and Salah in that formation. And this was bugging me. I'm not going to lie. I know you're all like excited children at Christmas, but I need to see this before I get gassed because I don't know. Is there a place for the left?
Gas now. And then when it happens, see, I told you so. That's
you're mad. Yeah, you're gonna be mad.
No, it's a great point about Wirtz on the left. I think that will come down to manager's stubbornness, right? Because I believe them two had a conversation in the summer. Florian Wirtz specifically did speak about how Arne Slot sees me and how I see myself and blah, 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 blah. There is a suggestion to say that where Wirtz is playing and the positions occupying, that's what Arne Slot wants, and that's what Wirtz wants to do. You know what I mean? He was a wide forward for Bayern Leverkusen, absolutely. And maybe when Bayern Munich were going in for it, they also said, yeah, you're going to occupy the left where they ended up by Luis Diaz. Where maybe Arne Slot came in and said, well, I've just lost Trent Alexander-Arnold. By the way, our attacking midfielder, our creative spark, our everything, the key that unlocks the doors was Trent Alexander-Arnold. Everyone's quick to forget about that, right, when it comes to creating chances. And he's moved that to Wirtz. And he said, Wirtz, I'm going to give you the freedom of the park across those lines, and it's going to be up to you to figure it out. That could be an argument as to why he's at the club in the first place. And similar to what happened with Szoboszlai when we signed him, he was a right winger. He played right forward for Leipzig. And then we turned him into a box-to-box, similar to what we're doing to Wirtz now. So I get the left wing argument could happen, but I think Slot is going to persist with Wirtz in these positions because he was signed there to do this job.
Lewis, any flexibility in your eyes? Keith saying nope. He's signed for that job. The more he plays in that role, the more you just continue to persevere with him in that role because Slot said that's why we signed him. I don't think he's constrained just to play there. I think he's flexible enough. I think he's good enough to play in certain games off the left. Not regular guys before people start saying, oh, no, man. He's our number 10 for the future, for years to come. But in some games off the left, maybe if Gakpo's stinking out the gaff, like Gakpo did stink out the gaff last game. I know Ben wants to throw Rio in there. I think Rio, he's got the cup games. He's got every single cup game. Just let him develop in the Champions League and Premier League. Chiesa? Anyone?
He's not in the squad.
Not in the squad.
Not in the squad, lads, yeah. You've just done it as me.
It's like Groundhog Day. Fuck it. Like, no, I agree, because, you know, Diaz was a winger until he was a number 9. Vozlai's a midfielder until he's a right back. Milner's a midfielder until he's a left back. Like, there's so many examples of players getting shifted around when needs must, and if needs must, that Wirtz goes out onto the left, which he is capable of doing because he sort of naturally drifts out there anyway. Then why not? I mean, look, if it's not working for him just yet in number 10, I don't think changing his position is the right thing to do. We need to really keep him there until it's a position that he's adapted to. We don't want to be... Because Cody Gakpo had that when he first joined us. He was signed as a left winger, but he was getting played as midfielder. He was getting played at number 9. He was getting played right wing, and that's why he couldn't adapt to the position that suited them for us. Wirtz shouldn't be getting moved around too much, but he is capable of doing it. I don't think it's the game to do it, but if needs must, if Gakpo's continuing to be pants, if Rio and Gamo is not ready and you do need an option to go out there, you know,
I tell you why. The reason why I'm suggesting is I just think Isak's 1 week away from starting games.
Yeah.
So if this was 1 week later, then this is the game Ekitike starts on the left and Isak goes through the middle. I just think it's 1 week too early for Isak to start. And I think, guys, Wirtz would use Kerkez much more. Like, Kerkez's overlapping runs is a thing of beauty if we learn how to use it, right? Do you remember, like, how Robertson used to be utilized by Coutinho in his prime? Like, Robertson, when he was young, was like a energizer, yeah? Energizer. And so is this Kerkez kid. This Kerkez has got energy for life. But I think Gakpo tired him out. Like, Gakpo proper tired him out, guys. I don't know what you guys think about that.
Well, he doesn't use the overlaps anyway, Gakpo, because every time he picks up the ball at the minute, his first instinct is, can I cut inside? Is there someone in the middle? He doesn't bother using the overlap and run, so that's why you don't see Kerkez doing it as much as he should be, because what's the point? He's just wasting energy.
Look, tomorrow's going to be... I think we should just relax and enjoy, because we've seen that, you know, you have many opportunities to come back in the Champions League, this format, yeah? I think tomorrow's not going to be as intense and tense and nervous as we've been. We've been through... Look at the state of us already, man. Like, this club puts you through the emotional roller coaster like no other club. I've been saying it. We're the biggest moments team ever. And long may it continue. We have moments to talk about to our children, our grandchildren, and it will never stop. We could tell stories about our team's performances and last-minute goals and heroes being made. Tomorrow, who is going to be the hero? Ben? Oh, I know your answer. You're ready for young Rio to be the hero tomorrow.
You talked about the predictability. Why would you not give that kid a good go tomorrow? Do you know what I mean? I just think I expect Liverpool to win, and I just think if we're going to go with Gakpo, and we've just seen what it was like at Burnley, I'd just change it up, and just go and get at them. They won't like that. That's my take, but let's see. If not, fuck it. Keith, Mo, Isak, here we go.
Yeah, Mo, prediction for tomorrow?
Prediction, I would go with a 2-0 Liverpool. 2-0, I think. And I think Wirtz is going to break his duck tomorrow.
Keith? You're on mute.
Saying in terms of heroes, in terms of like what that's going to be like, and I think tomorrow Dominic Szoboszlai really announced himself on the European stage. I think it's been brewing for a few games now. I think the guy is.
When do we rest him?
Huh?
When do we rest him?
We don't have to think about resting him now. You know, I think when we start thinking about resting and stuff like that, it's going to be after Christmas. You know what I mean? The guy's fit as a fiddle. You know, but he's really like stepped it up another level. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like we've seen. To be fair, Grizz, to that comment, we have seen Szoboszlai start fast before, but I feel like he's taking the initiative of everything that goes through Liverpool goes through as Dominic Szoboszlai at the moment, and I think tomorrow is my take that he will score, and Liverpool will win.
Lou, no one's mentioned Mohamed Salah. When's Mohamed Salah coming to the party?
When there's a penalty.
I mean, yeah, at the minute when there's a penalty. Yeah.
Exactly, just as important. Yeah, Messi, he's the most penalties ever missed. Messi.
Mo's always at the party. That's what people don't understand. So He never leaves the party. He just sits in the corner sometimes, quiet. Like.
No, but I think Ben mentioned it. I think he is suffering a bit emotionally.
Yeah.
Again, he was emotional again.
Look, it's going to click. It always clicks for Mo. Maybe it's just we're sort of expecting it because we've seen it, but we've seen it now for nearly a decade. If I was to turn around and start doubting him, I'd be daft. And tomorrow's probably not the game we're going to see the best of him against an Atletico team who are probably going to sit deep, but I think we'll see the best of it. I think that his talents are so suited to the Champions League and the teams he's going to come up against. And I think tomorrow's going to be the start of Florian Wirtz really getting into this role properly. So 2-1, I think Madrid will probably get something from like a corner or something daft like that. But Florian Wirtz, and I think Szoboszlai. I think Szoboszlai gets a goal as well.
Let's hope you're right, guys. Let's hope you're right. I'm relaxed about tomorrow, and that's the beauty of us. The way where we are. Like, imagine like teams like Spurs and Arsenal being so excited. Like, we're excited, but we're so calm because we've been here before. You know, act like you've been here before. I've been telling Spurs fans that I've been giddy all day. Oh, I'm going to be emotional. I said, guys, fucking at least act like you've been here before, even though you haven't.
Especially Spurs. I mean, come on, you guys were Champions League finalists not that long ago.
No, act like you've been here before. Come on, man. Like, act a bit big time, at least. But it is what it is. Listen, people, tomorrow, Champions League kicks off, and then we have the Merseyside derby. Games are coming thick and fast. Podcasts are coming thick fast. Content is coming thick and fast. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you guys check out the lads. Ben, shout out your channel as well, my friend.
Yeah, Red Order Live TV. I nearly forgot the name then. That would have been embarrassing.
It's late. It's late out in Dubai. I know it's late. You know what I mean? It's late.
Cheers, lads.
No problem. And of course, Beyond the Cop. Go and check out Lou. Lou's doing tremendous work as well. Go and check him out. And guys, we'll be back with episode 8 next week. And look, we say every week, but so far it's happening every week. Hopefully, this time next week, we'll be 15 out of 15 and won our Champions League. We'll be saying every week, long may it continue. It's not, look, I'm not going to stop until we stop. Why should we stop? Peace, love, and tranquility to you. Take care. Bye-bye.